medals. Medals are pretty interesting things that can be given to you for a wide range of different applications. I mean, you could be very brave and get one like this for being shot at, or maybe you're very good at driving things and therefore you don't crash and they give you a medal for that, or then they don't anymore. Who is this? This is S. Smith. He did very well in 1959, but not now. Of course, you might just get a medal for dying as well. There's always something you can get a medal for that as well. And I find them to be genuinely quite fascinating. These aren't medals. These are silly things. I do genuinely find medals to be rather interesting, I'm not going to lie, but there's a big difference between this one and this one and this, because that's not a medal, that's a bottle cap. And it is that after a certain period of time, they kind of stopped making these in precious materials. For example, this is silver. This is not. Although, admittedly, this is a wartime medal where they're using a war substitute. But they stopped making medals in silver as time went on. And if you can't tell, I quite like me driving ones for no particular reason. And as it rolls around, silver is a very interesting material, and I've got a couple of silver ones right here. And the big difference between these, the big difference between all of these right now. This one is clean and shiny. This one isn't, and this one this is a thing. The big difference between these, as far as I care, is the fact that that one's clean and these ain't. And I want these to be clean. I want my silver to be shiny and magnificent, which is why I'm not that interested in the post-war medals, really, because they're not shiny. Although, when I say that, some of them are gold. Ooh. But it's terrible because it doesn't fit. So, you're gonna use this to make the clean, and then that one will look like that one, or all the detail will be worn off and then it will be worthless. And safety first. I don't want to die. Don't wanna get the toucans dirty. There are people currently screaming at me saying, "Don't do it! This is not how you clean things. You are supposed to be very, very careful." And well, do you know what I say to that? There we go. Yes, that's what I say to that. So I've not done this before, but what I do know is Silvo is actually pretty nasty. It stinks of chemicals, but I looked at a thing online. It said you should probably do this to get rid of some loose dirt, and realistically, when you think about it, as it's all bloody... Hang on. There we go. Now it's vibrating. Since it's all sort of loose dirt and tarnish, it shouldn't really make a blind bit of difference, realistically, to sort of polish this in... Well, sort of, this is completely pointless. Toothbrush. Who does this medal belong to? I can't see. I really can't tell. Well, I can tell you it belongs to a... C.F. Jacobs. You see, you can see Fred Jacobs, and that's who this medal belongs to. I don't know. So, yeah, Silvo. Oh, here we go. Unholding the earth and opening the holy thing, words. Oh God, no, don't do that. It's pretty simple how silver works. Unlike brasso, which is something you apply to a cloth and then attach, you kind of grab a chunk of silver and then just do this. And you just do this. Oh yes, already. The tarnish is still pretty tarnished, to be fair, but it's definitely coming off. And this is basically what we're going to be doing now for like the next 20 minutes, is just cleaning silver. Oh yeah, honestly, actually that's coming up really nice. Much nicer than I thought I would. Quick, dip it. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah, actually no, that looks a lot nicer than it already did. And although, honestly though, the tarnish that comes off, it's already pretty dang shiny. You can tell by just how horrible this cloth is that it was really, really not very good. You know, I think this is just doing justice to Mr. Jacobs, who probably deserves better. He's dead, don't you know? You know, I was expecting that to take quite a lot longer to actually get most of it out, but most of the crap is already gone, so I'm just going to clean it on my work uniform because that's an appropriate use of work equipment, really, you know. Clean it and, yes, tell you what, let's get some more. Maybe eat the ribbon. We probably don't want to eat the ribbon, it probably doesn't taste very nice. Drinking water. Even the back is cleaned up, and that's just from being on my glove. Fantastic. It's probably incredibly toxic now. You're probably supposed to take the ribbon off before you do anything along these lines, but that requires a level of effort that is kind of beyond me. I'm not going to lie, because I am a very lazy person. Oh, yes, I am. There's a pigeon feather in the bowl. How very stereotypical. But there we go. So, of course, the problem with cleaning with this kind of thing, silver, is it does take the top layer off very much. So you are technically wearing it down, which means feasibly I probably never want to polish this again. But now, which one? Which one is the one that we just cleaned? I mean, it's this one. But which one is the one that we just cleaned? You just can't tell. This one's still dirty, though. So, you know, we should probably do something about that. Hit the tripod! Ah, Mr. Crawford, yes. Let's make your medal nice and shiny. I don't actually tell you what these medals are for because I'm really good at what I do. They're for driving for long periods of time without sticking it in a hedgerow, which is why the one from 1940 is actually pretty impressive when you think about it, because, you know, there just happened to be a very small event going on in the 40s that caused the rows to perhaps not be as safe as they could be. Can't imagine what it is, but, you know. Am I a scrubber? No, everybody else is a scrubber. I'm not a scrubber. I'm an idiot with a camera. This one isn't cleaning up quite so nicely, but you know what? I don't really care, because I feel we're doing Mr. Crawford a little bit of justice by making his medal nice and shiny. Stinky, go away now. Ugh. That's pretty messy, that is. It's pretty messy. Straight in the bin with you, old boy. Look, they're all pretty shiny now, except for that one, because I couldn't really be bothered to actually, you know, get in the crevices and the cracks and clean this one appropriately. So it's actually pretty nasty, and that's going to melt my skin. Delightful. But yes, medals. Look, they're all very, very shiny and base metally, and that one's gold. I haven't got any gold polish though, so it has to stay that way. But yeah, medals at the end of the day, a very interesting thing, and much nicer when they've been cleaned. Although, honestly, I think if they gave me one of these things instead of, you know, a medal, I'd probably be quite annoyed. So yes, there you go, you just spent 10 minutes watching me, or however long this video is, cleaning something with a very old toothbrush. There. Now it's properly clean. He says as he cleans it on his uniform. Oh gosh, a lot of stuff did come off there. It's properly clean. So yeah, thanks for watching. I just realised that is silver, so I'm going to have to polish that. Of course I'm going to have to polish that as well. That's typical, isn't it? But yeah, that's whatever the heck this was. Thanks for wasting your time. I guess I'll see you at another point. 1970 was a year. Oh. God,